to episode 36 of the All Around Podcast. Today's date is March 11th, 2018. I am Nick. With me, as always, is the lovely, delightful, always wonderful Jeremy.
Hi, how you doing?
So, Jeremy, we took a week off.
Yep.
Because it was boring as shit and nothing happened. We were just hanging out gaming.
Yep.
But then fucking the dumpster truck of information came out today.
Yeah, all at once.
Well, not today, but throughout the
enough
last
that we can recover
exactly. So let's get the first biggest worldwide event news out of the way first, and then we'll talk about Nintendo.
Nintendo gave us a lot.
Yeah.
So the new Call of Duty got revealed for this year, which is Black Ops 4.
Yep.
No surprise. A lot of people thought they were going to go with Roman numerals.
I was literally just gonna say I do love the fact that it's just 4 lines.
Do you know why it's like that though?
No.
Because that's military ranks.
Oh, that's how they're doing it?
That's what they're going by.
Okay.
Apparently, that's what Activision
Until
said.
they do 5 and that's a V.
yeah, right? Whatever. Then it's just a star.
Yeah.
So Black Ops 4, 2 interesting things with it. One, it totally got announced because it got leaked through multiple different retailers, so that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't planning to reveal it until May 17th, which is why on May 17th there's a community reveal. They'll go into story, gameplay details, settings, stuff like that.
Yep.
The other thing that kind of has the internet going a little buzz is it's coming out a month earlier than most Call of Duties that we're used to. Since the release of Ghosts, we have seen almost every Call of Duty come out the first week of November.
Yeah, it's always been November.
Call of Duty this year is coming out October 12th, which is almost a month early.
Yeah.
My thought process is because Battlefield has been coming out, Battlefield or Battlefront has been coming out either October or November, so they're going to want to get ahead of that.
Mm-hmm.
And Red Dead Redemption is October 26th, so they're going to want to get ahead of that. My concern is everybody will play Black Ops for 3 weeks, then everybody will have Red Dead, and then nobody will play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because Red Dead's going to trump.
I think the thing that they're worried about, though, is, like, a big problem that happened last year is, like, Call of Duty dropped, Assassin's Creed Origins dropped,
well, yeah, I mean,
Wolfenstein dropped, like, fucking everything
Creed,
dropped.
Wolfenstein, and Mario dropped, then Call of Duty, then Star Wars.
Exactly.
So Call of Duty was just like,
right
oh, hey, we're the game that's, like, in between, like, so you could be done with Creed and play us for, like, a week, and then, oh, it's Battlefront. And then everybody got pissed off about Battlefront, and nobody paid attention to Call of Duty, and they just went to Fortnite or PUBG.
Yeah, I think this year, especially, they're at least trying to get ahead of the curve by at least 2 weeks. That's my thought
Here's
process.
my other thought process.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty is already announced with a date, and it's March.
Well, it's what's crazy is the fact that they're already had a date for leaking information on the 17th, and they already had a street date.
Yep.
This early is
and
a
it's
big
March.
deal. Yeah.
What that tells me is this holiday is going to be 4 times more packed than what last holiday.
Oh, 100%. They're definitely prepping way ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like, they have their whole physical year planned out.
Yeah, and we already have a whole bunch of leaks. Plus, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's been announced. Some with dates, some with not. And with all the Nintendo stuff that got announced, there's only one thing that can be put into the fall. Everything else seems like it's summer or spring. So, there's a lot that's going to hit us this fall. And E3's, I think, going to be really good this year.
It's going to be fucking gnarly. I'm very hyped for this one.
We didn't even write this down. I forgot about the other game that got announced. The Division 2.
Oh my god, shit, we did.
We forgot. Yeah, because I was thinking about that. Yeah, the Division 2 also got announced, which is really cool because the first game finally got its overhaul. It finally got up to where it should be.
Yeah.
And the latest free update actually gave us more than the last paid expansion did.
Mm-hmm.
So the game is really, really good. Division 2, they didn't give us much information. They told us that we'll find out more at E3. But it is a game. It is going to be released on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And they're taking the Snowdrop engine that they currently have built upon and using that as the gameplay. So it won't be a new engine. It'll just be what we've got right now in front of us for the Division 1. Mm-hmm. Starting in the summer, right around E3, shields, which are special missions, will be dropped. And these shields are going to be things that will get you gear for Division 2 by playing Division 1.
Oh, that's dope.
And they said that they're not done updating the Division 1 and they will keep updating it. The Division 1 was done by what was it, Massive Games.
Yep.
And 1 or 2 of the Ubisoft teams.
Mm-hmm.
Division 2 is being worked on by Massive Games and 4 of the Ubisoft teams. One of them being Ubisoft Montreal, one of them being the Ubisoft team that worked on Steep. I'm assuming it's also going to be snowing because they're using the Snowdrop engine.
Yep.
But the team that worked on Steep is going to have a lot to do with making the weather and the way that the snow affects everything and stuff like that. So I'm excited.
Well, I was just going to say, my thought is, I think with this one, they're really trying to make it like how Destiny was.
Yeah.
In the sense of it's a game everybody plays. If you want to hop in a raid on a console, that's the game you play. Because that's kind of the shitty thing with Destiny now. It's it happened, they put out one expansion, it didn't hit a bullseye, and then it super dropped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Holy fuck. It went from oh my god, the community's awesome, the community's staying ready. I mean, Jesus Christ, we were talking about 4 podcasts in a row of we're nonstop playing it, we're playing it all the time. And the first DLC dropped and it was cool, and then right after we beat that, it was fucking off a cliff. It was there was nothing to do left in the game, and I'm not going back just to playing Iron Banner. I need world event shit to be happening. So yeah, I definitely think, I really think this is the year consoles, because, and even last year we got really good games last year. I'm not trying to be ungrateful,
absolutely.
But that's exactly my point. I think games, even with retailers and everything else, I think everybody's kind of hitting that point of they either have to step and then lock into AAA, or they're getting blown aside. That's just how it is. So I definitely think on top of last year, they're even more firmly planting feet and just trying to fucking go forward.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially especially based off last year, it can only, it could go better or worse, but it looks especially based off the announcement of games, everything else is getting better.
Yeah, and the other thing too, which we didn't write this down, but this is a thing we could talk about.
Yeah.
State of Decay 2, as well as Detroit Become Human, both have release dates in May.
Yeah.
God of War has a release date in April.
Mm-hmm.
All three games so far have been confirmed to not have microtransactions.
Yes. Yeah,
so
they're
we are
on
a path to not having microtransactions in games.
Should we, speaking of microtransaction, we probably, yet again, we didn't write down a lot. Speaking of another thing, the fact that loot boxes are now officially labeled on game cases.
Yeah. Well, not loot boxes. Kind of.
Isn't it just microtransactions?
It is any
paid
add-on for in the game.
That's what it's add-on content.
Yeah. So, let's just say
Season
God
passes,
of War. Yeah. Let's just say God of War gets an expansion. Okay. Perfect example. Zelda. Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
The expansion for Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
If Legend of Zelda were to be release after this new law goes into effect, it would have to say on the case that paid DLC is there. There's going to be classes.
Well, probably will after printings.
Yeah. There's going to be classes, and there's going to be other stuff for parents to go online and figure out through the ESRB to see what exactly is involved in buying paid DLC and how all that stuff works.
Yep.
The other thing that was brought up was, Mario Kart 8 was released on the Switch, and there's no paid DLC for Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. Well, you're wrong. Because you can use amiibos in the game. Because you can use amiibo, they have to be put on there as a paid add-on for the game.
Oh, man.
It is literally everything.
Shit.
And I sat there with Kyle.
Yeah.
And I literally tried to figure out what game that is currently out on the market that does not include it. And the only game I came up with was Skyrim.
Well, see, here's the weird thing, though. No, because Skyrim has it, too. Because Breath of the Wild amiibos.
Okay, well, Skyrim on the Switch.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
But not Skyrim on PS4 or Xbox One.
Those two, yes, but every other one.
Yep, and not Skyrim VR.
Yeah.
And not Doom VR. Almost every VR game. Because there's not really any.
Well, there's so many games. There's so many games with season passes and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
They're really. That's how gaming has been lately.
But it's just it's almost going to be redundant to put it there because it's on everything.
Yeah, Pokemon. Just offhand.
You pay for the Pokemon Bank.
Yeah, but that's technically its own app.
Okay, all right.
That is an entirely separate app that you can then use.
Yeah,
now that's a whole paid subscription service. That,
Right,
you
yeah,
riddle
so
that with every rating on the planet.
But yeah, so it's the ESRB is doing that.
Damn.
Also, on topics, if we're doing that, the White House meeting happened with the
Oh,
ESA.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And they put out a montage of violent video games that definitely they picked some winners in there.
Yeah.
Like Manhunt and
Oh,
Sniper Elite and this The Suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they picked great games to do this because nobody played those games.
Yeah.
But regardless, it came out that the study says that the majority of the people that did any kind of violent crimes or that have anything to do with mass shootings or whatever never played a video game in their life.
Yep, spoiler.
So, we win again.
Yeah.
You know, as always.
It's fucking ridiculous.
So
it's the dumbest debate of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. Because it's the same thing of saying anyone who watches a violent movie ever is...
Well, I mean,
like,
somebody else was just like, I mean, I play 2K, but I can't go out and play basketball like Michael Jordan.
Exactly, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. So...
so ridiculous.
But, so... That's pretty much that.
Yeah, pretty much covers all the random stuff around the original topic of Black
there's a rumor, right? There's a rumor we could talk about if we're just going off whims in the air. That the dude from The Witcher, I don't know how to say it. Is it Geralt? It's Geralt. Geralt. See, I was totally wrong. That dude could be in Soul Calibur 6.
Yes, I did hear about this.
Which would be pretty cool.
That'd be actually that'd be really dope. I mean, my thing is, I really actually want Soul Calibur 6 to have, like, multiple guest characters. They typically only do one, and Soul Calibur 4 was weird, because each version had a character, but then later you could buy them.
3 did, too.
Yes, exactly.
3 had Spawn, Link, and Heihachi.
Well, but see, what was weird with that one is you only had those guest characters, but in the 360... With Soul Calibur 4, eventually...
You were able to buy
You could buy them, you couldn't buy them day
5 was
one.
just Ezio.
Yeah, 5 is fucking Ezio and goddamn dog shit.
Yeah.
Hated 5. Made me so mad. But anyway...
Alright, so moving on to the cool thing.
Yes.
Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct, which they told us about a day and a half before. They were just like, hey, this is a thing, tune in, watch it. And everybody's just like, alright.
Oh, I love the fact, too, all they said in the description for it before they broke anything down was, we're going to talk a little bit about Mario.
Yeah, they were like, we're going to talk about Mario Tennis.
Yep.
And some upcoming Switch and 3DS games.
That was
super vague. So let me break this down for you, okay, real quick. They told us to be a half an hour. It's a little bit longer than half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Second, the Nintendo Directs last year, they were great. They were, Reggie would stand there and he'd talk to us about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
there's always a mantra.
now they have this system where there's these blocks. They're all redded out, and the screen will go and it'll come over to the block, and then the block gets revealed of what it is, and they talk about it. Okay. Well, they did like 6 of these blocks, and then you could see the end.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, that was crap. That sucked. I waited all day for this, and that was not that great.
Yeah.
And then they come on and they're like, okay, now talk about the headlines, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then they have like 6 more things, and I'm like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, and let's give it up for them too. For 30 minutes, they talked about a lot of games.
Yeah, they did. So we'll start with some smaller things, and then go into the bigger things.
Yeah, we'll jump around.
We have them all written down on a list. I'm just kind of picking.
Yeah. Pick and choose. That's fine.
So the first thing I guess we'll talk about is the first game that they announced. It's a new 3DS game, which everybody didn't think we were getting more 3DS games.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
At least as a showrunner.
Yeah, right. WarioWare Gold. So they're doing a new WarioWare game. You would think that they would put it on Switch.
The Switch. I'm so upset because, especially
it fits 3DS though.
But here's the thing, especially how bad 1-2 Switch was.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I bought it and played it, but here's the thing. The 1-2 Switch showed me how amazing
the Switch could be.
And what they can do with those Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Those different mini-games of even just turning the Joy-Cons and stuff. Dude, the fucking WarioWare games they could make with that.
Yeah, but I'm going to write this thing down and we'll talk about this later. Because that could totally be used.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But still,
we'll talk about that
I still like, my thought is this. I want it to, this sounds so shitty to say this. It's not going to do well in 3DS. It's going to be one of those.
It's going to be a sleeper title.
Exactly. It's going to be one of those rando games. But here's what I do want. I want them to look at that and then go, oh, let's do a Switch port. And then it becomes the fucking best drunk game everyone plays and buys. ever.
Yep.
I love WarioWare. I see it like that's a game you can pick up on Wii and play whenever, and it's super fucking fun. But,
Absolutely.
God damn it. They missed the mark. They missed the mark by so much. Anyway.
So then they announced a game that's kind of random. It's called Sushi Striker: The Way of Sushido.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 3DS and a Switch game.
Yep.
Comes out simultaneously on June 8th. And it looks like as if you combined like Fat Princess and Fruit Ninja.
Yes, that's a good one.
And you can play it against people.
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting.
Yeah, so that's cool. That was a thing.
Yep.
That was one of the things that I was very disappointed about because I was towards the end, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it's great, cool, wonderful.
But they stepped their game up at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Then they talked about the Kirby DLC, which is going to be free DLC. So it's for Kirby Star Allies. It comes out on the 28th of March, so right after the game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a demo for the game. The demo's live now, so if you have to Switch, you can go on your Switch and you can download it and play it.
Yeah. My whole thought with that too is like I'm hoping that they keep that going because at least for right now they just talked about adding in all the animals from Kirby 3 and then Gooey from Kirby 1 and 2.
Yep.
I'm really hoping we get like cameos even from like Nightmare Dreamland, like fucking Air Ride.
What was the thing that they talked about with DDD, Meta Knight, and Waddle Dee? Was it? Well, they talked. So I don't know if we can use the amiibo as them or if they're just in the game.
So the thing is, Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. So the amiibos unlock them immediately.
Okay.
You can earn them though in game progressively.
That's what
I
thought
that's
it was.
The thing.
But I don't want to say
that's
that
yeah. Oh yeah. So that's the thing that people were just kind of like, oh okay, neat.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing is, you can earn everything in the game without having to use any amiibo in theory. But I do hope the amiibo do something.
Yeah.
Like, even other amiibo, I would really like to... Even, like, I'd love to see, like, the Meta Knight fucking amiibo do something.
Oh, yeah.
But, who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. Then we'll talk about this game. They announced it later, but it's not a big enough game that I think should have been in the second half of it. So there was this game called No More Heroes. Now there's this game called Travis Strikes Again.
Yeah.
No More Heroes. It is a sequel to No More Heroes. Stars the main guy named Travis.
The third one.
Yeah, third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. There are three of them.
There are three now.
Yes, that's right.
I
forgot
know.
about that.
See,
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway.
Got swept under the rug pretty quick.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, it's a game. They didn't really tell us much about it.
It makes me... it makes me mad. Because this one...
I want to play it.
This one plays so much different.
Yeah,
the gameplay is like a top-down hack and slash, and it looks just like a Dynasty Warriors hack and slash, which isn't bad, but
I still want to play it.
Man, like there was a actual combo system, and there was more strategy in the first two, and I don't know. I will say this though, the art looks amazing.
Oh yeah,
the actual
absolutely.
art looks so good. The gameplay itself, iffy. I don't know. I do hope it changes my mind.
Yes.
What I really would like is, and I was hoping that they would do this when they announced the game, was I was really hoping for a double pack HD remaster on the Switch. Cool. That'd be fucking amazing. I honestly would be more hype over that than the
They
new
could still
game.
give us that at E3.
They could, absolutely. But I thought if they were going to talk about it,
yeah,
that would have been the moment.
That's true.
So, who knows?
So, okay, so that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have two more things to talk about before we move on to the bigger things. Three things. Yeah. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition now has a release date, which is pretty cool. It's May 18th.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yep.
News point Then they talked about a game that disappointed me because of what system they picked to put it on. They're going to remake Luigi's Mansion, which is awesome.
Yes.
But they're going to do it on the 3DS. And not... I mean, I get it, though. Dark Moon had a really, really good reception. A lot of people played it. A lot of people bought it. It became a Nintendo Selects, but it's...
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but that's fine.
Why?
But why not?
Why not just put it on both? Why not just put it on both?
Because they're gonna remake Sunshine for Switch.
And I also can't believe after hearing that, I cannot believe they still haven't come out with how amiibo crazy they've been with the newer stuff.
Oh, with the Ghost Amiibos?
I didn't even go that route, but just purely with Luigi with the vacuum.
Yeah,
I cannot believe they didn't do that.
Well, I mean, they said summer for Luigi's Mansion, so at E3 they could tell us.
Still, yep.
I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of Amiibo announcements at E3.
I think they're definitely going to do another resurgence of them, totally. Because we only keep getting, like...
little ones,
yeah.
I think we're going to get a lot of announcements at E3. I think we're going to get one for him, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And then the first part of it ended with this, which I thought was great, but I did not think was worthy. They talked about Dark Souls, which is cool. That's how they ended the last one.
Yep.
Basically, there's going to be a network test, so people can play the game early, which is cool. It's awesome.
It's also very smart
yes.
on their part for a game that is... that when the first Dark Souls came out, it was super online glitch heavy.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're really going to test it out is like
on a
console
fucking
that's
not necessarily crazy
for that stuff is the fucking most genius.
So there's no date for the network test.
Nope.
But then they announced an amiibo for Dark Souls. Nick, do you want to tell them what it does?
It's Solaire. Praise the sun. I'm so fucking amped. So pretty much, at least for now.
Hang on. Who called there was going to be a Dark Souls amiibo?
Yes, that is true.
It's not a bonfire. It's not a...
I was about to say.
It works.
Yeah, I was about to say. It is not a bonfire. But I do love... So first of all, I love that Dark Souls went trolly with it. They know everybody does Praise the Sun every fucking 5 minutes, so they definitely picked Solaire, which was a very good choice.
So here's the question, though. Can you now not do Praise the Sun unless you have the Solaire amiibo?
No, so I did look that up because I was very concerned.
Yes.
So the thing is, you can still earn it in game the same way you would earn it in
the regular game.
Yes, not to like spoil that, I guess, for people who are getting into it on Switch. But at least for right now, the amiibo lets you do the Jester whenever you want. Okay. Whenever you want, as many times you want, you can fucking spam 55 times.
And it doesn't give you anything else. It's just the...
Well, here's what I found what's weird, and this is what's up for debate, and I was even looking up on Reddit for a while, and I kept hearing this back and forth. Because when Nintendo did if you look at the video for it, they said now, save anywhere on the go.
Yeah.
And then they showed the amiibo.
Right.
But when you actually look at the amiibo's details, it only says the emote.
Right.
But, just like how we were talking about in previous podcasts with, a bonfire amiibo, it's debatable, and this, honest to God, if that's true, if it, in theory, lets you flash save...
Well, my thought process is the way that they worded that is being able to put the game in sleep mode.
Well, that's another thing, and that's another whole debate that really goes over fucking Dark Souls in general, is, are they going to let you fucking just turn it off? Is that going to be a thing?
Because, you can lock the switch and keep it on. You can keep it on standby.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you just turn it back on. I'm thinking you're not going to be able to do that unless you put the amiibo down.
I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. It's
but we'll find out on May 25th.
Yes. Very true.
You can pick up Dark Souls.
So fucking amped.
And you can pick it up on any system, not just Switch.
One thing I did find interesting, though, just really quick on a side note, every amiibo that's come out ever is always $12. This one is $15.
Well, not every amiibo.
Well, I'm sorry. Obviously larger amiibos, and stuff, or double packs and shit. But I did find it very odd that one was $15. I think it's the only regular size amiibo that is at a higher price point. And for technically a reason we don't know. Obviously...
Third party.
Obviously, for Dark Souls fans, it's like the fucking second coming. But here's the thing, even when Shovel Knight came out, that was still only a $12 amiibo. It wasn't $15.
Yeah.
And even the new triple pack for Shovel Knight coming out is a standard triple pack price of $35. I find it very odd. That's I don't say that as in maybe the price point means something different.
It was limited.
Well, that's what
it's already gone.
I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. It already got. Yeah, by the time you're watching this video, and even technically before we recorded this podcast, it already came up, sold out, and gone.
Yeah.
Hopefully, retailers get a second wave.
We'll see.
Probably shoot somebody in the face on Amazon for it. That's going to probably be your best bet.
I'm very curious to see what the box is going to look like.
I'm so fucking amped. And
I always love the box art for everything.
Here's that. And also, I don't know what the base looks like. The base is round, but they didn't show the symbol.
That's true.
They did not show the symbol. I'm guessing it's his shield, which is literally like the sun. I'm guessing it's that. But the fact that they didn't show it, I thought was weird.
Yeah.
That they didn't show it at all. I thought that was very odd. Because I'm guessing that with the Covenant lock to it and everything else.
You wonder if they'll... I wonder if they'll do a thing where you get the game and the amiibo in the box. Like a double thing.
Shit. I'll tell you one thing. Based off how many people already flipped out over purchasing the amiibo, including myself, I'm going to be fucking pissed if they do I would be very upset if they do a collector's edition with like a steelbook case.
No, I don't
later
think
down
they'll
the
do a
road.
collector's edition.
Just
I just
literally
think
a
they'll just
bundle.
package it like they did like Mario Party 10 with all the different amiibo.
They could.
And Chibi Robo.
Well, here's the other thing I was thinking too, and this might sound really stupid. I
already sounds stupid.
could. How dare you? How dare you? I could easily see them come out with more amiibo for it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Like the second I heard about this, I was like, dope. But then I was like, oh my god, they could do Sif, they could do Artorias, like just characters from the first one. Like don't bring like extra characters
They
for
could do
no
a
reason.
bonfire. They could do a mimic.
Yep. Fuck that. Not doing it. Not a
So-
fan. Not a fan.
So those are things.
The worst part is I'd have to buy it though.
Yes, you
I
would.
have to buy it.
You would. Yep. And then I would totally buy a second one, and I would open it, and I would like one day when we're recording the podcast.
No.
You'll go downstairs, and I'll just like hide it in your
No.
bed somewhere.
No.
That'd be great. Can't wait. It's gonna be great.
This isn't a game, Jeremy. It's my
Oh,
life.
you know, there's this company, right, where you can take drawings and send them into the company, and then they make plush dolls out of them.
Well, you know.
I'm totally getting you a plush mimic for your birthday.
No, the thing that
I
that
have
I
till September to figure that out.
that I already know what's gonna happen is, which is gonna be the most gruesome, terrifying thing of all time. First 4 figures, which you know them pretty well,
Yeah.
but for people who don't, they make like really high end figures, like pretty expensive. Like
Like Hot
statues.
Toys.
Statues. I shouldn't say figures. That's like disrespectful.
I mean, their name is First 4 Figures.
I know, ironically enough, but it is statues. It's all statues, and they
It's-
do
it's-
really
yeah, but
high
it's like
end.
Hot Toys, how they do all like the Avengers stuff that they're
Yeah.
putting out.
Yeah, they do like custom statues and stuff like that, and they've always like they do like one statue a year of Dark Souls, and I'm waiting because they're just keep going through, and I'm literally just waiting for them to just do a mimic. Like it's at that point where I could easily see them do it. Ugh, gross. Gross. Anyway, other games.
So that was the first part.
Yeah.
So then we jump into the second part.
Yep.
The second part had announcements that I saw coming,
Mm-hmm.
announcements I didn't see coming, and announcements that nobody ever expected ever.
Yeah.
So
They jumped around a lot.
yeah. So we'll go with
Let's do the smaller stuff of the second part.
yeah. So I guess we'll start with the one that just gave us information. So Octopath Traveler, which is no longer Project Octopath Traveler.
Yep.
It is now just Octopath Traveler. It comes out on the Switch on July 13th,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a collector's edition called the Wayfarer's Edition, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of cool stuff. The coolest part about the collectors, it's 100.
Yep.
And it has a 8-page flip book. And usually when you hear flip book, it seems really dinky. But if you look at the pictures on it, the flip book pages are like really nice. Like
Yeah.
they're really high end. It looks pretty cool. I really hope that game hits the mark.
Yes.
It seems very. I mean, it's Square Enix, first of all.
Yep.
So they already know how to make RPGs. I'm not trying to insult them. But
Yep.
what it appears like.
I'm trying to insult them.
But it appears like the old school Final Fantasies.
Yep.
With Bravely Default's system.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because they did talk about a couple details, and I'm not trying to go on this just because of RPG fandom, but one thing I did find very important and interesting is it works like Bravely Default and even like Final Fantasy 14, or at least Final Fantasy 14 used to, where you could stack multiple jobs onto one character, and
Yeah.
that leveling boosts their overall stats and also gives them certain abilities based off them being a certain level in a certain class. So I think it's really cool, and that type of RPG element really turns a game into, oh, I just maxed out a character, to I'm never going to fully max out this character. So I think that's cool. And it adds super gameplay for a console that's portable.
So
It's a big
going completely off topic, because I actually have a question for you.
Oh, sure.
That
That's
I
not on the
never,
list?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not, no,
yeah,
it
yeah.
actually doesn't have anything to do with games.
Oh, okay.
But-
just completely out
Yeah,
there.
it's completely random.
Sure.
But I saw it the other day, and it confused me.
Okay.
So, my little brother started watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, okay. We're going on this route. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
But hang on, this connects. Okay, this connects to what we were just talking about.
Okay.
At the very end,
Of Brotherhood.
no, just an episode. At the very end of an episode,
Oh, okay. Just
there's
a
the
episode.
credits, just like everything else.
Yeah, sure.
Underproduced by.
Yeah, it's Square Enix.
What?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah, Square
Okay,
Enix.
so that is
yeah,
really a thing.
Yeah, Square
Okay,
Enix produced Brotherhood and the original.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had anything to do with anime.
Oh,
like,
totally.
At all.
Yep.
Like I thought. Okay.
That's how
Fun fact for the day: Square Enix helped produce Full Metal Alchemist.
that's how they jumped off on doing the Final Fantasy movies.
Makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, But you said Square Enix. And
There we go.
I needed that question.
Well, first, even when you brought up anime, I was like, you're just going to ask an anime question. But then you're like, I'm going to bring it back. I'm like, how the fuck? And then I was like, oh, he saw the credits of Square Enix. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I remember when I was a kid, too, I was like, the fuck? Like, I
I
was
was
like,
what?
what?
Yeah, my little brother pointed out, he goes, don't they make Final Fantasy? Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. He doesn't say, don't they make Final Fantasy? He goes, don't they make Just Cause and Hitman?
Oh, God
and I'm
damn
like,
it.
bro, no, stop. Like, they make Final Fantasy. I mean, they make the
That
other games
depressing
too, but
generation
like...
gap. Do you want to know what pissed me off though more as a kid when I was watching and I saw that on the credits? I was like, and then I was like, why haven't they fucking made a good game for it yet? Like, I was like, God damn it. Because they've made games. They made a ton of brand new
my
games.
thought was, why don't we have a Final Fantasy anime?
Very true.
Like,
well,
I mean,
we got
other than
we got
one for 15.
Kingsglaive and then so that's
whatever.
because that's super love for 15. I can't believe they haven't ever. I mean, like movie wise, but I can't believe they never went and really tried to do something serious with 7.
Yeah.
Or even.
Well, I mean, they could. They still could.
Or especially 2 older ones.
Yeah.
Like 6 and stuff, or 4.
Yeah.
Like ones where it was like all
3.
so. Yeah, exactly. Like ones where it was all like old school looking 8-bit, 16-bit stuff that they could actually have like newer. And so, like, either new fans could get into it then, or old fans could be like, oh, dope, it's cool to see it better. Or, if they're just old fans that only appreciate the old school stuff and, like, old as fucking life, then who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's not going to change anything or affect the fucking canon or whatever. Anyway, tangent.
Okay, so now we'll talk about the 2 other games that got more information revealed for them. So Splatoon 2, which has been out for almost a year, is getting an expansion called the Octo expansion. That looks pretty cool. It's a single-player expansion for the game. It comes out sometime in the summer. But if you pre-order it now, you get the gear for it now.
Yes,
which is pretty cool.
at least some of the gear.
Yeah,
I'm assuming there's going to be more unlockable gear throughout more campaign missions. I do love that single player.
Yeah, and
That's
it looks
cool.
like you're going through like the Splat Lab and everything, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
So there's that. Mario Tennis Aces now has a release date of June 22nd. Just a lot of people were speculating June or July anyway. But they talked a lot about how the game's going to work and that there's going to be online play, there's going to be tournaments. Somehow, some way, Chain Chomp is a character, so you can play tennis as Chain Chomp.
Yep.
Looks pretty great. There's different moves that you can do. There's classic tennis. And there's one stage, or court, that looks really realistic to be in a Mario game. They have like it looks something like out of like Skyrim. Like it's
just like hyper realistic.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
It's grass. Like it's real.
Yeah,
grass.
it's just like real.
Yeah, it's not like the turf
it's a
or whatever.
cartoony.
Yeah. But it's not even like a turf court. Like it's real grass. Like they're in the middle of a forest. And they've got like the sun coming in, and there's like all these lighting patterns and everything, and it just does not look like it belongs in a Mario game. But whatever. Like it doesn't even look like the realistic courses in Mario Kart. Like it just looks like it's cool. But I'm actually excited for it because I used to love Mario Tennis, and this one looks really fun.
I loved it on N64.
You can break the racket of your opponent, which is pretty neat.
With like power strikes and stuff, which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised too that when they did talk about this, all I was waiting for was a guest character.
Yeah.
And they didn't announce one. I thought that was very surprising.
But we got Chain Chomp.
Yeah, we got Chain Chomp.
Yep. I'm not even mad. We got Chain Chomp. Yeah. He's going to play tennis.
That's going to be hilarious. I hope when you do tag, he still has like dependence, so he can only go so far. Like, oh man, like that's what I hope. I hope he hits like a powerhouse.
Yeah.
But he's so limited, so all the character has to do is just go like, boop. He's just like, God, fucking do it.
The other thing with it too, which I thought was really cool, is you can do motion controls on it, which is cool because it's a lot like Mario Tennis, but it is so incredibly precise that depending on the way that you swing your hand in the Joy-Con, it will do a different hit, which is awesome.
Yeah,
I think
it's
like
Wii
really
Sports
cool.
Tennis, but on meth.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like you can change the way. Like if you do that, if you do a cut like that, it'll actually change the way that you hit it.
That's gonna be
which
dope.
is really really cool. So
I believe it with Joy-Cons.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that ever before, like Wii remotes, whatever, as long as you do this, like it'll count as a swing. But Joy-Cons are that accurate, I will 100% believe that.
And I'm curious to see, like, if you're doing motion controls and the racket breaks, like if you're going to be able to feel it break, like in the Joy-Con.
It'll probably vibrate or something.
Yeah. So, it'll be cool. I'm excited. So then they talked about some games.
Yep.
I guess we'll do the only Nintendo one. So they announced another game that's coming over from the Wii U, but not only is it coming to the Switch, it's coming to the 3DS, which is interesting. We're getting Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Yep.
With Super Mario Odyssey content, and that's releasing on July 13th. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Yeah, new Odyssey levels. I'm hoping more amiibo support with that. Who
Captain
knows?
Toad amiibo. Maybe?
Yeah, very true.
We'll see.
I still can't believe they didn't do one even when they first released Toad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like when they first did a Toad amiibo, I really was surprised they didn't do a Captain Toad. Yeah.
But Captain Toad is in Odyssey.
Yeah.
For
He's
different
in it
things.
throughout.
Yeah.
Usually
So,
gives out a power moon wherever
yep.
you can find them.
Yep,
Usually.
so there's different connections that we can make between that. So let's do the game that...
There's a bunch of It sounds bad to say. There's a bunch of random games, then one cool one.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of random ones, but none of them, like, they all kind of caught me off guard.
Oh, totally, 100%.
So Undertale
Yep.
is coming to the Switch,
Which is dope.
which is unexpected,
Yes,
very unexpected.
but I'm happy about it.
I'm curious as to whether we're not going to get whether or not we're going to get it physically, because it wasn't physically on PS4.
No.
So
Well, except for even the collector's edition, which was like a physical thing.
wasn't a physical
Exactly,
copy. So
wasn't
I'm
a
curious to
physical
see if
copy.
we'll get a physical version.
I
of
think
it.
so.
Because I'm sure they made more money off of the PS4
Well,
version.
plus, Jesus Christ, the game made so much money on Steam.
Yeah.
The game made so much money, it's finally getting ported to other systems.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is, even when I first played it, it felt so Earthbound inspired that holy shit, like the fact that I'm playing this Earthbound inspired game on a fucking Nintendo console is so appropriate.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty amped.
Yeah.
That one I was pretty hyped for.
Yeah, I'm excited. Because I never played it, and I hear a lot of people talk about it.
It's
so
so
I'm gonna play it.
good. You got and that's a game you got to play like multiple times because
Yeah.
there's so many different endings you can do, and they're all so good. They're really good.
So, another indie game that I'm actually really excited to play because I played a little bit of it on Xbox. Little Nightmares Complete Edition is coming to the Switch. It's coming in on May 18th, just like a whole bunch of other games.
Yeah, ton of stuff actually.
And the Pac-Man amiibo, because it's a Bandai Namco game, I guess,
Yeah,
does
I didn't even think about
stuff.
that. Yeah, it gives you a Pacu mask. It's ironic because they talked about it, but they didn't show what it does.
Yeah.
So that was really funny.
So it's just a thing.
My thought is, though, too, they're probably going to do multiple amiibos. They
Yeah.
just showed off Pac-Man. I might be wrong with that.
Can we get a 6 amiibo?
Well, what I'm really hoping for is even, like, just really funny shit, like the Majora's Mask amiibo gets us, like, Fierce Deity's mask.
Ooh.
I would love shit like that.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
think
cool.
that'd be so cool. Just something like, a
Instead of a
small
block of
caveat
cheese.
or something. Yeah, I think that'd be...
Instead of the block of cheese running around.
They're pretty cool. But, and one thing, too, though, because I played the original game, Little Nightmares, but I never played the DLC.
Yeah,
And
I played like an hour.
I only heard good stuff about the DLC. So,
Same.
I'm actually excited to
Yeah, Little
check
Nightmares
that
was
out.
definitely a sleeper title because it was small, but it was big enough to make an impact like in the indie world, but it never got out of
Totally.
the indie world.
Well,
Like,
I think the
only way
problem
you
was,
played is if you
too...
knew about it.
Well, the problem was, too, it was one of those games, again, where it was an indie title that was right out of the gate creepy.
Yeah.
But the problem with Little Nightmares that's a lot different from a lot of the other games that came out last year that kind of hit that mold, where it didn't give a shit about trying to reach kids.
Yeah.
Where all the other ones, like Five Nights at Freddy's, insert the 15th game that came out, Hello Neighbor, Bendy, like all the games have like kid enticing vibe, and then it's like, oh, then it's
And then
creepy.
Little Nightmares.
Little
is just
Nightmares like, no,
eh.
it's fucking horrifying,
Yeah,
right
like-
out the gate, or,
yeah.
or more disturbing. I'd say it's more disturbing than
It's
horror.
like a demonic ratatouille.
I'm mad that you're right. Just
I
to
know.
clarify that.
I know.
Like, I'm upset that is a very accurate way to describe
It's
it.
a demonic ratatouille.
Oh, god damn it.
it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Okay, so then there was a game that I guess I could see happening, but it kind of came out of nowhere. Okami HD is coming to the Switch, which is cool.
That definitely made sense.
Don't know how much it's going to be. It
Nope.
was $20 on PS4 and Xbox One.
Yep. I think it's going to be the same price.
I would hope so.
Unless, and yet again, unless Nintendo goes Amiibo support, and then
they give us
doesn't.
an
But
Amiibo
I don't
or
think so. I literally think it's just a
I think
port.
it's just going to be the game.
Yeah, agreed.
And it comes out sometime in the summer, so
Yep.
that's pretty cool. So then there's two games. One of them makes sense. The other one kind of makes sense. South Park,
That one
The
made
Fractured Butthole,
that one made fucking no sense to me at all.
is coming to the Switch
Nope.
on, what was it, April 24th.
April 24th. Nobody asked for it. Not to say
Well,
nobody wanted it, because it was a good game. I really enjoyed
I
it.
disagree, though. I think people did actually want this. Because there are people that bought Switches last year, and I could totally see South Park being a game that's put on the Switch. Especially because there were 2 South Park games on the 64. Now, we haven't had a South Park game on a Nintendo console since the 64, but why not go with the resurgence, right?
Very true. But everybody who wanted to play South Park 100% already played South Park.
Unless they had a Switch.
Sure, and those people are 8 years old. And they're really going to
That's
want
not
their
true.
dad to buy one. Oh, no, I'm not saying all people Switch owners. I'm saying for most Switch owners who... If you have a Switch...
And you only have a Switch.
And you only have a Switch...
You are probably...
Get another console.
I disagree.
My thing
You know
is
what? By the end of this year, though, you're going to be able to play almost every single game that's on a PS4 or an Xbox on the Switch anyway.
That's very true. I can't argue with that.
Yeah. So,
That's very true.
in 2 years' time, you won't have to say that anymore. Because
Also,
they're going to have the games.
I did think, you're going to have to fill in the gaps for me on this, because I'm going to have to tell information that isn't fully accurate.
Great, I hope I know the gaps.
There is a company
Okay.
that just did a remaster on Switch that said, it was on Game Informer.
The company that ported Skyrim that offered to port Monster Hunter.
Yes, thank you. See? Exactly. I knew if I was going to say Monster Hunter, you were going to no. So that's
I don't remember what they're called. Blue Sky?
Something.
No, Blue Sky's the...
Whatever.
Blue Sky...
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Who the fuck knows?
Blue Sky's the animated company that makes Ice Age.
Where did you pull that
Well, I was
from?
thinking Blue Point Studios because of Shadow of the Colossus.
And then you got Mr. Blue Sky. You know, that one then. And then you got all jumbled.
Yeah, it's Blue something, I think.
More of the story,
Whatever.
I still think South Park's weird. I'm glad Nintendo is branching out. I'm glad they're putting out more M-rated titles.
Yep.
But what the fuck? That's all.
And South Park's a good one because South Park is definitely not for kids.
Oh,
kids
1,000%.
Kids will definitely play South Park.
Well, that's the thing. Kids are going to ask for it. I'm
Yep.
still waiting for
Hang on a second, though. Hang on. I wonder if it'll actually come out on April 24th, since it was supposed to come out April 23rd of last year, and then got
That's
pushed
true.
to December.
So, spoiler for everybody. I actually have to announce this out loud. We're going to post-speculate a lot of Switch stuff at the end.
Yes, oh yeah.
But there's something I totally didn't piece together.
Okay.
That's not a Nintendo thing, but I
Okay.
definitely think that we should talk about.
Okay.
I just want to I want to
Okay.
say that, so
Okay.
God forbid, in case I forget on the tangent,
I
you
will
go, by the
remember
way,
that.
weren't you going to say
Hey,
something
yeah, you're
stupid?
gonna
Yeah,
say-
exactly.
okay.
So
You're
anyway,
gonna say something stupid?
the last game.
Yeah. So there's one game and there's one thing that blew us.
Oh
away.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
major shit, but
Yeah.
at least the
Yeah,
last
there's one-
whatever game. Yeah.
It got announced during the Nintendo Direct, but it's actually coming to Switch, Xbox, and Steam.
Which was so swept under the rug.
Yeah, I know.
That info, I was like, wait, it's coming out on other shit? I was like, holy crap.
on July 10th, we're getting the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which we have to talk about this for a second because this is the first time since 2008 that Crash will be on a console that is other than a Sony console.
Yep.
Because Mind Over Mutant was the last one, or no, Crash of the Titans was the last one that was put on 360, and it wasn't on PS3.
Yep.
And they haven't done a Crash game on a Nintendo console since Crash and Spyro crossed over on the DS.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that Crash is on a main home Nintendo console.
Yep.
The first time that it's on a console that's not Sony since 2008. The first time it's on Xbox One. And the first time ever that any one of these 3 games is on a console that's not Sony.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of big deals.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Which just kind of paves the way for that Spyro remake.
Well, that's what I was that's what I was just going to bring up to you too. So now seeing it on every console, do you think potentially they might do the same thing with Spyro?
I think Spyro is going to be announced as a multi-platform.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
See, I think Sony might jump on that one too, or we might see another company fight for it.
But the reason I think that Sony's not going to jump on it is because it's Activision, and Activision gave them Crash, but Activision has had Spyro on so many other consoles
yeah.
via Skylanders for so long.
Yeah.
And
That's very true.
Skylanders did come out on Switch already. So Spyro can be a character that is played on Switch. So I think it's going to be released
and
as a
even that
multi-platform.
Crash update for Skylanders was only for PlayStation originally.
Yep, and then you could use the character on the other consoles.
Yep.
So I 100% think that we will be getting
Yeah, that'd be very
Spyro
interesting. I mean,
multi-platform.
my thing is, it has to be announced this E3.
Oh, absolutely.
They have to
Yeah.
fucking announce it this E3.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
So,
Anyway.
So then, you know, I thought the Splatoon thing at the end was kind of it, so I turned it off, and then I went back on and found out that they announced Smash Bros. And
Yep.
I was very upset because I was like, "This is the one thing I was waiting for." And I got a phone call, and I'm like, and the person on the phone, they were like, "Yeah, you missed it. They announced Smash." I'm like, "No, they didn't. You're just fucking with me." He's like, "No, go look on the." And I looked, and there was the trailer, and I was pissed off because I missed it live.
I say teaser.
Whatever.
I still say teaser.
Yeah, teaser, trailer, whatever.
No. We have to establish guidelines.
Okay, fine. It is a trailer for a trailer of a trailer.
No, it's just a teaser. It's simply a teaser. The only reason I have to nitpick it is because
it's an announcement.
Trailers give us actual, more than like
this
one
is
piece
Kyle
of information.
Kyle and I arguing about what an adaptation is.
No! See, I'm not even trying to argue. It's just for us presenting this information.
Okay,
I feel like
fine.
we gotta.
It's a teaser.
It's a teaser. God damn it! Because a
It's
trailer.
It's a little video
Exactly.
telling us a little something about a game that does not have a title.
Because a trailer, like, at least usually gives me enough info for me to feel like dope.
Yeah. Okay.
Teaser is like.
I mean
Where's more? Like that's always that's
Well,
every teaser. Yeah, it's like every teaser, and that's movies, games, and I never get enough out of a teaser. I fucking hate teasers. I fucking hate it. It pisses me off so much.
So anyway, stop being angry. So Smash Bros is coming out on Switch.
True. We know Smash is happening.
Yep, in 2018.
Yep.
We don't know if it's going to be a port or if it's going to be a new game.
Yep. We've been debating this.
I don't think it's a port. I think they're going to take the best characters and the best gameplay aspects from the Wii U version and put it over, but I definitely think it's going to be its own game. I think we're going to get like characters like Bayonetta and Cloud, and we're going to get the 8-player Smash idea, but they're not going to do little like party mode, and there's going to be a different story. We might get a story like there is in Brawl. I think we're going to get stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be a port, because I think that they've done too many ports, and Smash Bros. Is not a game that can be ported over, because everybody that bought a Wii U bought Smash, but not everybody had a Wii U. So I feel like this just needs to kind of get rid of the Wii U Smash and do its own thing. And that's why they didn't announce it as Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch. They announced it as Super Smash Bros.
One thing I will say to even help your argument is one thing I did find very interesting about the teaser, and we'll go over a couple things about the teaser, but one thing I thought that was very interesting that I did think, because obviously it didn't have a title and shit like that, but the one thing I found very interesting was the Smash symbols on fire.
Yep.
And they didn't really emphasize that in the previous Smash.
Nope.
Which could then more heavily imply that it is a new one.
Yep.
My thing is I just need more info. I need more fucking info on it. But there was important stuff about the teaser.
Yes. So, there were basically the Inklings from Splatoon are characters.
Yep.
And that's how the teaser started.
Guaranteed.
It's the boy and the girl, and they're fighting it out and everything, and then all of a sudden the room goes dark, she looks up, and then there's...
Okay, can we just talk about one thing for a second? I cannot fucking believe, after knowing it was Smash, why the fuck they then did a ball of fire out of nowhere when I swore it was going to be the Smash symbol in paint. I thought they were fighting, and it was literally going to show up in the Smash symbol in paint. And then that was going to be the, like, get fucking ready.
Yeah, but
I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's cool.
The fact that it looked terrible, like, they made this Smash teaser look fucking terrible.
Well, yeah, I mean, the point is...
The Inkling girl's like,
this is
fucking death
This
ball.
is why I think that happened. Because the Inkling kids are very new.
Yeah.
They are 2016, 2015 new.
Yep.
They are fresh.
Yeah.
No way would they have been in Smash Bros. Ever before.
Oh, I agree.
And the reason I think they did it this way is because they're just minding their own business. They're just doing their own thing. And then all of a sudden, instead of Villager going out and finding a letter in his mailbox, everything goes dark, and it's just like,
I was a fan
you are over here. Fight us. Like, you're worthy. Get over here.
Seems banana pants to me. Yeah. It just seems crazy.
So the Inklings are there. Yeah. And they do these silhouettes, and there's a whole bunch of silhouettes, and you can see characters like Donkey Kong and Samus and Bowser and a whole bunch of other like people that are speculated.
Yep.
But Link gets shown off, and Link has his Breath of the Wild attire. Mm-hmm. So it could be that it's a new model.
Yes.
It could be that it's just a costume.
Yes.
Could be because this is not a port.
Yes, exactly. There's still too many things, and Mario was wearing because the two close-ups they did out of all the silhouettes were Mario and Link. Mario looks like he's wearing the normal hat, but I'm very surprised they haven't even shown anything Cappy related because of how good Super Mario Odyssey.
Because it could be Cappy.
Yeah, absolutely. Or yet again a new skin.
Yep.
We don't know.
So, going off that, Nick and I did list a couple of characters or games that we think will be in or represented in the new Super Smash Bros. For example, a character from ARMS should definitely be in Super
100%.
Smash Bros.
Either Spring Boy or is it Spring Girl?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that both their names?
Yeah, Spring Boy and Spring Girl, I think.
Huh, yeah.
So one of them, Crash.
Yep.
Definitely could see Crash being in
with
Smash.
how much hype it's going over and how universal he's becoming.
Yep, it definitely. Yeah, and I mean, there's our Crash amiibo.
Yes.
So
exactly.
Rayman, and the reason I think Rayman is for two different reasons. One, Rayman was a trophy in the Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Yep.
Nobody understood why, because Ubisoft have nothing to do with the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mario and Rabbids did the crossover, the Kingdom Battle.
Yes.
So, if not Rayman, the Rabbids.
Ooh.
Somebody else told me that they could see Rayman with Rabbids the same way Olimar is with Pikmin.
They could do that. I feel more Rabbids. At this point, just go Rabbids.
Yeah, but Rayman could be a character, and then Rabbids could be an assist trophy.
True. Ironically enough, I think it would be the other way.
Maybe.
I think Rabbids are more taking over.
Yeah.
That's just me. Yeah.
Nick said Breath of the Wild Guardians.
Yep.
That could be characters, which would be cool. Cappy Mario, if we don't have just abilities for regular
Exactly,
Mario.
yeah, like we were talking about.
Captain Toad.
Makes
definitely
sense.
Could be a character, because Toad has been a character that everybody's wanted in Smash for a long time.
And same thing, yet again, if these are ports too, these could easily be character skins.
Yeah.
Or
just characters.
But Toad, Toad being his own character, obviously.
Snipper Clips, I think, will be represented somehow, some way.
Yep. Hopefully assist trophy.
That or a stage.
Yes.
I'm thinking a Snipper Clip stage.
Oh, yeah. Well, both. In theory.
Or both, yeah.
100%.
Xenoblade 2 definitely should have a character represented.
Just something. or a stage. That'd be oh my god. They could do such a dope stage with that. Oh.
One of the newer Pokemon, you said Incineroar or Decidueye.
Yep. Yeah, they could do either one of those for at least the starters, because that's typically kind of what they lean toward, or dope legendaries. They could do one of the new legendaries as well. They could definitely do the Ultra Beasts.
Yeah,
because Nintendo's big and trying to really promote the Ultra Beasts, so they could easily do those. There's a lot of options with Pokemon in general. Yep. They could just do an older Pokemon, like even you brought up Luchador or Libre Pikachu, Pikachu Libre. Which same thing is super smart, and because Pokken Tournament came out, and ironically enough, a couple of those fighters are already in Smash, but they could easily do any of those characters. So Pokemon's so fucking universal. They could have. I'm very surprised. It sounds so silly to say this.
Pokemon Trainer.
Please, there's like 55 things they bring back with Pokemon, but I honestly can't believe they don't have even a Smash-like game just purely Pokemon filled. And I know everyone's going to go Pokken Tournament and think you're fucking dumb. But no, because that's like an actual serious competitive fighter. Yeah. I'm talking about literally have a roster of like 35 plus characters that's just like Pokemon.
Well, like they did Digimon All-Star Rumble. Like Pokemon.
Oh my god, I love those games. Fucking Christ, I love those games. So you could fucking warp Digivolve like immediately and then... I miss it. I miss it so much. At least the first one. The second one was kind of shit, but the first one was so good on original PlayStation.
Yeah. So that, and then a character that I threw in here at the end that's totally random that Nick didn't know I put on the list. Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
It could.
Because I totally think at E3 they're going to announce that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming to the Switch, which is why its tickets are fucking long.
If it comes out this year.
Shut up.
If it comes out this year. That's all I'm just saying. Because, and I will say this
That's why it's coming out this year, because they're pushing it back for the Switch.
I was just going to say, I'm not even trying to play devil's advocate, because I've been a defender that it is coming out this year.
It's coming out.
Because Square Enix did say this year, 2018, and as much as everyone's been talking shit about Kingdom Hearts will never come out, trying to be a fucking hate monger, Square Enix never did put a date on it.
Nope, they never did.
For any of their teasers that they put out, ever. And trailers. Both. Even the gameplay demos.
Also, let's talk about that for a second. I've heard so many people say that The Last of Us 2 is probably getting delayed to 2019. Nobody ever put a date on that, so can we stop that? Can we stop saying it's getting delayed? Nobody put a date.
First of all, nobody put a date on it at all.
Nobody said it was this year. That bothers me.
Yeah.
I'm not like yelling at our fans, but like
it's just people in general.
People don't stop that. Like nobody put a date on it. You can't say it's getting delayed. There was never an idea.
There was never
freaking the dude from Achievement Hunter. He's the person that pissed me off. He was like, a lot of people think it's gonna come out this year, like they said, but it could be pushed back to 2019. Motherfucker, they didn't say. Pisses me off.
Well, the thing is too. Like for example,
I just called that achievement.
I know. Yeah, you really did. That was a bit savage.
No, it's not.
What I will say is,
we're superior.
as another example, though, like Red Dead got pushed back because they said second quarter, and then got pushed back to October,
Yes.
which is not second quarter.
Yes.
Ergo that, even
Right,
though
that's
that's
a pushback.
and even though that's vague,
Days
That's a
Gone
pushback.
just got delayed, but it got delayed. It didn't get pushed back
exactly,
because they never gave us a
tentative date.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They were just like, yeah, it's been delayed because there's stuff we're working on,
That's
so it's going to take longer than
yeah.
we thought. But they never told us how long they thought it would take.
Moral of the story: Jeremy hates Achievement Hunter. So...
No, I hate when people put out wrong
Damn,
things like
savage.
that. Like it's just you can't say that. You can't say it's been pushed back if it never had a date. Like, can't do that. Anyway, like you could just say it got delayed. Just don't put time frames on it. It pisses me off.
Get ready, guys. Get ready, guys. Because after this podcast, we're going to do episode 36.1, where Jeremy just goes fucking ham on how
I'm totally putting this in the description. It's just going to be like, yeah, where we talk about Call of Duty, Division 2, all the Nintendo stuff, and you can watch Jeremy get mad about release dates.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, one more character I totally think we could see in Smash one way or another is Six from Little Nightmares. Mainly because Bandai Namco and Nintendo currently have a pretty good relationship.
They could. That's a stretch, though.
I don't think so. Little Nightmares went up pretty quickly, and the fact that it's coming to the Switch is a big deal.
I more mean the theme of the game.
Oh no, I get it, but we could have Little Nightmares like even as a trophy.
Oh, 100%.
Like somehow represented in the game.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
That I would not argue with.
Okay, so there's that. That's pretty much everything. There's a couple things that we want to talk about that are coming up. Kirby is a week away. Not even a week away. It's
So
Friday. It's 16th.
fucking amped. I'm so excited. Even though it's a game I know I'm going to already beat in like 2 days and be like, done. But I'm still fucking excited for it. Very,
so that's the
very
thing.
amped. Love Kirby.
Yep,
Kirby's my
super
favorite.
excited for that. We want to speculate a little bit on what we could see also being announced from Nintendo this year.
Mm-hmm. Kind of get ahead of the curveball on E3. Plus, what the fuck would be the point if we didn't get to say, I fucking called it throughout the entire E3 coverage that we'll eventually do mid this year?
So, I could totally see the release date for Metroid Prime 4 being announced this year.
Yeah,
which
and an actual
also,
trailer.
Yes, and also this is why I say 6 will probably be somehow represented because Bandai Namco is going to develop Metroid Prime 4.
Yes.
So
they're going to have a lot more
relationship-
influence.
Yeah, their relationship's pretty tight. Something about Pokemon, whether it's the release date, the info. People are now spreading rumors that it's going to be a reboot of the franchise.
Well, and the other thing is
I don't
that
even know what that means.
Well, the other thing is, because people are going off of that, and then the whole other big rumor is, it is a new game, it's a new generation, and they've already shown leaks, which I'm not saying are real by any standards, because there's no official,
cool.
They look very dope, of 3 potential starters. I don't want to say what they are because I don't want to spoil them.
Yeah, no,
I actually know a lot of people that are very picky on intentionally not getting spoiled on starters. And especially, we don't even know if these are legit yet, so I'm not going to be
All
so
I know
bold.
is I want the water type.
Oh, the water type's definitely the best.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just stop.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about
All I'm going to say is Grass the Boomafoo
it.
could evolve into greatness. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. When I saw it, that's all I thought of.
Okay, hang on real quick. I'm totally going off on a super tangent. Okay, because you said Zaboomafoo. So, that's nothing to do with this.
I didn't know one word could break you so much.
This is
It's
nothing
the best
to do.
word of all
This
time.
is nothing
It's
to
one
do
of my
with games.
favorite words.
This is
Oh,
nothing to do with
clearly, if I
games.
brought up fucking Zaboomafoo. If you brought up a game related to Zaboomafoo, we're going to have a whole... Then we'd have a whole
This
different
is
fucking
just going to
podcast.
make people laugh because they're going to laugh at me laughing.
Oh, God.
So Nickelodeon is rebooting Blue's Clues. Okay.
Oh, yeah, did you hear the whole bullshit with John Cena?
Yeah, they're putting out
Fucking-
open auditions and John Cena auditioned to
It'd
be
be
Steve.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Oh my
He
god.
just fucking, like,
you know the
great-
original Steve was from Berks County.
Yes, I did know that. Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't he in a band?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a band.
And he's not dead. A lot of people think
No,
he's dead.
he is
He's not
100%
dead.
not dead.
Yeah.
No.
His name was Steve Burns, and he's from
Yeah.
Burnsville.
In Burnville.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But anyway, super funny thing. John Cena might be the host of Blue's Clues.
That's
It's gonna be
fucking
great.
hilarious. He's
I mean,
fucking like wrestles blue to the ground.
He's gonna be looking for Blue's Clues, and we're gonna be looking for him because we can't see him. I'm gonna leave now. So anyway,
Shit.
so we're probably gonna get something based on Yoshi, whether it's a new Yoshi game or the port of Woolly World that everybody's talking about.
Yep.
We're hopefully gonna get something on frickin' Animal Crossing.
We got that mobile app game, but we need more.
Yeah, we need an animal.
Wait, we
need a
need
real Animal
actual
Crossing.
something. I swear to fucking Christ, if it's on 3DS, give us it on Switch. Goddamn it, give it to us on Switch. That's all I'm saying.
Um,
Tired of playing these games.
Mario Party.
Yep.
Definitely should get a Mario Party.
100%.
I could totally see Mario Baseball and Mario Soccer coming back. That would be pretty cool as well. I think, going out on a whim from all the different things that I've seen online, I think we're getting Fighters ported over.
DBZ, because of Xenoverse,
Yep.
definitely.
I think we're going to get Injustice 2.
That could
Because
work.
Ed Boon was walking around with a Switch shirt like 2 weeks ago.
That makes sense.
So that's totally a thing. I think The Sims 4 could show up.
Very true.
I think that Grand Theft Auto 5 could show up.
Fuck you! God damn it! That's exactly what I was gonna say. You son of a bitch! Damn it! You didn't even write it. And I was like,
I didn't.
oh, he's gonna list all these titles. I'm just gonna click on GTA. You motherfucker!
But here's why I think it's going to be. Here's why I think it's coming to the Switch. Because
I think that's gonna be the big E3 one.
Well, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think that's gonna be
I
it.
think because of Red Dead.
Well, I think GTA and Red Dead 1 and 2
Yes.
are both coming to the Switch.
I think so too.
But GTA 5, I think specifically, is coming to the Switch because the latest rumors based on GTA 6 are that the game's not coming out until 2022.
Yeah.
It'll be Vice City and Rio.
Oh shit.
And it's going to be a cross thing between them where you're going between Miami and South America.
That's dope.
If that's actually the case, that's a very big project for Rockstar to work on.
Yeah.
So not only are we going to have Red Dead 2 to kind of tide people over,
Yep.
putting GTA 5 on the Switch and rebooting Midnight Club
Yep.
would be the ways to go.
100%.
Also, speaking of Midnight Club, I'm kind of upset that Burnout Paradise is not coming to the Switch.
Yeah, that is
'Cause
very
I feel
true.
like that could have been definitely a thing.
100%.
But EA doesn't seem to want to do things with the Switch.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, and
They
when
put
they
out FIFA and that was it.
and when they do, it's you need extra memory, and they don't give a fuck about
yeah.
actually trying to make anything Switch convenient.
And they said, they're like, right now we don't have any plans for any more Switch games until FIFA is
Which is so
successful.
dumb. It's such a wasted fucking opportunity.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
such a wasted opportunity.
EA needs to get on that.
Especially with how big. I mean, the Nintendo Switch is like the best-selling Nintendo console at this point.
Also, speaking of Switch things that are kind of random, did you see that on Minecraft on the Switch, you can get the Halo skins?
Yeah, I did. I heard about that was a couple weeks ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I did hear about that.
So
Just very weird.
Halo is on Nintendo.
No.
No, kind of. I'm saying.
Oh! You're
Halo,
just stating in
like,
general.
yeah.
That's yeah.
Halo is represented on Nintendo now.
It is. It is represented.
Which
I don't think. I mean, listen. I could totally be proven wrong.
Mario on Xbox.
I don't think we're seeing. I mean, if they do that, man, they are gonna fuck over Sony.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're teaming up to take down the giant.
I mean, at the same time, though, think about it. Sony doesn't want to play crossplay. Sony doesn't want to do anything with either one of them.
That's very true, but man, I mean that.
And
if
Sony's
Hold-
really going to
goddamn.
announce the
Oh my
PS5
God,
in 3
we're
years,
getting so big on speculation. Further, I still think that's bullshit because here's the thing I always say about that, and I argue with everybody on this. Not you though. We haven't had like an argument for a side note.
all these analysts keep saying PS5's coming in 3
No,
years.
it's bullshit because here's the thing. The games only update and come out with better stuff when the graphics are better. And, of course, games are always getting better graphics. I'm trying to sound stupid, but
Yeah,
like...
but right now 8K is not consumer
Exactly!
available.
It's not at a point. And, I mean, listen...
No, it's there. It's just not consumer available.
Exactly.
Like,
I don't think
4K has
it's...
been a thing since 2008, and it wasn't
100%.
consumer available until 2013.
Exactly.
So we're not going to... And that's why it jumped.
And 8K just happened and was even marketable last year.
Exactly.
Which
so we're
means
not
it's...
going to get
No.
PS5
And fuck
or
it.
Xbox
And on top of that, too, 360 and PS3 were out for, like, 10 to 12 years before they did Xbox One and PS4. Did I say that right? Did I say 360 and PS3?
Yeah, but it wasn't that long.
How long was it?
7 years.
Really?
Yeah. Xbox 360 came out in 2005. Xbox One came out in 2013, so that was 8 years. But the Wii and the PS3 came out in 2006.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of how old they are, not
Yeah.
actually when they came out. Because,
Yeah.
because Xbox One... Jesus Christ. Xbox One and PS4.
7-year gap.
Jesus Christ.
So,
It scared me.
sorry. I'm breaking shit.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, but like I said, it's been out for that many years. Like, why the fuck would that make any sense?
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, Jesus Christ, if Sony's gonna be that much of assholes about it and literally not make backwards compatibility and not give a shit and do all that stuff, and then to drop
Put
a
Mario
PS5,
on Xbox.
man,
That's how you beat him.
dude, I'm
Mario
telling
on
you,
Xbox.
but my thing is, if they do that, holy fuck, is the line drawn in the sand?
Oh, yeah.
Then it is two teams against each other, not a three-way competition anymore. Is no, you're on this side.
See, I think what
or this side.
if they're gonna do it at all,
Holy
the first
fuck,
step,
that's divisive.
the first step would be Mario would show up in Minecraft.
Oh,
That would
Minecraft would
be
be
it.
the bridge, and especially because Xbox owns it.
Yep.
That's the perfect.
Ooh, here would be a cool thing.
I did not realize, by the way, side note, not sorry, I cannot believe how far tangent we've went.
I know, right?
When we even talked about, like, we're just going to go a little bit tangent on Switch, and then holy shit.
No, I told you that's why I wanted to keep this episode just news
Talk about
related.
John
because we were
Cena,
gonna talk about
Blue's
shit.
Clues,
Yeah.
goddamn some film. Anyway.
I think that the next time that we get a game such as like Banjo-Kazooie that is a
Ooh.
Microsoft exclusive, it'll be on Xbox and it'll be on Switch.
I agree. I 100% agree. Well, and Switch has been very lucky. Switch has been able to kind of pick both off.
Yeah.
They've been able to kind of get the best of both worlds, but I haven't seen Xbox as much. Sony, we've seen a lot of sharing.
Yeah.
I mean, Sony doesn't play ball, but you know what I mean. We've
Yeah.
seen a lot of, like, they understand it. So, yeah, it'd be very interesting to actually see Microsoft officially cross the gap. Or, the other thing, too, I'd really love to see either company, especially because of how well, like, Cuphead did with Xbox, I really want to see...
Ooh, Cuphead for Smash?
Well, what I'm really hoping is that Xbox, because of how many awards, like, Cuphead won, that they really double down on indies.
Yeah.
And, like, Undertale, like a perfect example, like Undertale. PUBG, there's games that are indie titles that fucking do so well.
Yeah.
And, like, I think that's the best way for Microsoft to compete. Because here's the thing, I mean, even coming from two Microsoft fanboys.
PlayStation has all of their JRPG and
Exactly.
all of their exclusives that way.
Well,
Nintendo has
yeah.
their entire program,
Yep.
plus their Nindies program.
Yep.
And Xbox has ID at Xbox, but it doesn't get shown off. I mean, it does, though. Like, they push it, but it's
They
not
do, but
the
first-
right games.
First of all, the title of ID Xbox is terrible. The way to go to the website is not good. And the indies that they have aren't promoted.
Right.
They show front them, you're absolutely right. And when they talk about, they do go in full detail. But the problem is,
They're just not picking the right games.
right now, just even jokingly, I can't name 3 titles that are on ID Xbox. That's a problem.
I can name 3 that 1 is there and 2 are coming.
But you see why that's a
Yeah.
problem? And coming from Xbox fanboys,
Yeah.
that's a problem. For how much both of us know on games.
And it's because they transitioned from talking about ID at Xbox to now talking about the Game Pass, and that's the problem.
Yes, I agree.
Game Pass has become too much of their focus.
But it's a smart move because that has real money.
Yeah, but we debated that before.
Yeah, but I still think it's long-term money.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I mean, Microsoft is telling retailers to go fuck themselves. Which
At the
I'm
same
not
time,
even
at the
necessarily
same time,
mad
at the
at.
same time, they're not though, because
well, there's
They-
a limit to it.
well,
It's
right.
not.
I mean, they pay $10 to get the
Yep,
Game Pass.
100%.
They can play a game in the first 30 days that it's out, like Sea of
For
Thieves.
new games.
For new games, like
Yes.
Sea of Thieves, they can play the game for the first 30 days. Then they do have to go buy it.
Yes.
And the $10 that they put towards it does not count towards the $10,
Absolutely.
or does not count towards the full price. Same thing will happen with Crackdown. Now, if you beat it in the first 30 days and you're done with the game, good job. You spent $10 and played the whole game.
Which most
If you
people
want to
do.
but if you want to keep playing it, like Sea of Thieves, which is going to have content updates
Well, plus
forever
you're playing
and
with
stuff
your
like
friends
that.
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you're going to want to go buy it. So it makes sense. But that tells me that Microsoft is now going to lead into more multiplayer experiences than single player. And games like Forza and games like Super Lucky's Tale and games like that aren't going to have as much support, which is why Halo 5 is going to be, or Halo 6 is probably going to be very, very heavy on multiplayer.
Well, let me ask you a weird ballpark question
Okay.
that we've talked about it a lot, but we've never actually kind of directly linked them. And this is
Okay.
something I find very interesting. And this could be very scary for retailers. So, for example, they have their Gamer Pass.
Yep.
But what if, at the end of the 30-day mark, because we haven't seen it yet, they haven't done any first-party stuff yet.
Right.
But what if, after the first 30 days, you get then a discount on it if you buy it digitally on Xbox?
So you pay 50 instead of 60. They just take the $10 you put down already off.
Yep. And that makes sense, because they already got you hooked. They already locked in your $50.
Yeah.
And it's only for a set amount of people. I market this so well.
You know-
It's already for a set amount of people that probably already paid more than $10 to even get into the pass in the first
and
place.
you know what else is gonna suck?
Bam! I'm calling this shit right now.
Yeah,
if
it
we
makes
fucking
sense.
see that at the end of Sea of Thieves, I'm fucking calling it.
You know what else is gonna really suck?
That's scary. That's really scary for retailers, and we work at a retail.
Let's just say Madden 19 gets included in the Xbox Game Pass,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but stack that on top of EA Access.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly my point.
Whoa! What if that's why Microsoft really wants to buy EA?
And they just link the pass, and they make a whole
Wow.
yeah. that could get really scary.
We should end the podcast.
Yeah.
We should stop talking.
Man, we went on so many tangents, and Xbox is gonna literally blow people's minds digital this year.
So Xbox is gonna own the world, next to Disney.
Yeah, it's
and Nintendo is going to silently watch as they
jump
control.
on.
No. Xbox and Disney are going to run the world, but Nintendo's going to be sitting in the background controlling everything because they are going to listen to them.
Yeah, it's that got scary at the end.
Yeah, it did.
So on that note, guys.
So Nick's going to go to school for marketing.
So that wraps up. It's way too late for that now. It wraps
You're
up.
25. You can go back to school.
No, that's very true. And then based off the way Xbox is going, I might be out of a job.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, that wraps up episode 36.
Welcome to Sony Stop.
Welcome. I want this episode of the podcast timestamp for March 11th, purely off the fact that we predicted Xbox's colossal digital
We predicted a lot today.
Plowing of the year. Hashtag Green Zaboomafoo in the comments. That's what I want trending. I want that trending for the year.
Hashtag
Green Zaboomafoo.
Zaboomafoo.
I don't. You know what? Even now, I want it to not even be the starter, but I want Green Zaboomafoo to keep. I want it to keep. I hope you know now. Regardless of whatever it looks like, regardless of anything, I'm naming the grass starter Zaboomafoo. Like a 100%.
No, you need to name it Green Zaboomafoo.
Yeah. Well, it's probably going to be green.
No, it doesn't matter if it's green or not. It needs to be green Zaboomafoo.
That's too many characters.
No,
I'll barely be able to fit Zaboomafoo.
Hey, you know what? It's on the Switch, though. We can have 25 characters now. It's a bigger screen.
Or just be like, G Zaboomafoo. Anyway, guys, so that wraps up episode 36.
This has got to stop.
If you guys thought we went too much on a tangent, I can't talk now, please feel free to leave it in the comments. If you want us to go more on tangents, because I feel like we always kind of go in, we try to keep, first of all, we always try to keep the podcast,
episode.
100%, we always try to keep the podcast as informative for you guys as possible,
yep.
Which is why we've been even taking breaks too. We're not putting out kind of rando episodes, but if you would on our off weeks, because they're game...
Oh, if you want speculation videos, we'll give you speculation
We can 100%... we could easily fill our bye weeks, essentially.
All you have to do is, you put in the comments, say...
just go with the topic.
Say Uncharted Tomb Raider crossover, and Nick and I will sit here and spend an entire
100%.
episode on why that will or will not happen.
Yes. So yeah, please feel free to leave stuff like that in the comments. We always appreciate it.
Do it.
If for some reason you haven't subscribe right there.
Yep.
If you want to get notification on when we're putting out these videos, like the one you're watching right there. Yep, bell right next to it. Yeah, and pretty much that kind of wraps it up. We're pretty excited for a lot of the upcoming stuff.
Excited for this year.
Yes, this year looks pretty fucking dope.
So far.
We're pretty goddamn amped, so we'll see.
Bethesda already confirmed they're coming to E3, so Bethesda's going to have at least 4 or 5 things to talk about.
E3's going to be Gnarls Barkley this year.
Yep.
It's going to be fucking dope. Alright, on that note, guys, as always, good evening, good night, and as always, good luck. Have a good one, guys.
See you guys.